Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. As you can see, recently I've been doing these lineup videos of what I think the lineup should be in Man United games. So today I'm going to do United versus Newcastle. I'm doing these because I think people seem to be liking it. Obviously, if that's not the case, please let me know and I'll change up my content a little bit. If anyone's got any other feedback regarding my content, then please let me know. Obviously, I am nearing 1,000 subscribers now. As you can see, I'm currently at 805. So I would appreciate it if you could subscribe to my channel if you're new. And then that way I can get to 1,000 a lot easier. So we're going to get straight into it with Manchester United versus Newcastle. And basically, I've picked the lineup. I've not varied from the formation at all. Because to be honest, Solskjaer isn't going to vary from this formation. But also with the signings that we've made, I do think it works out quite well for us. So the back five remains unchanged, and I think that should be the case until we actually lose a game this season. So Varane and Maguire, there's no really debating that, I don't think, with them two being the partnership. We spent money on Varane this season, specifically so that he can complement Maguire, and that I think their abilities do complement each other. Wan-bissaka and Shaw, you've got two of the best fullbacks in the Premier League there. I don't see any reason to change it. Obviously, De Gea will be in goal, as it's my personal opinion that he is a better goalkeeper than Dean Henderson. So the most contentious part of this, debatably, is the sort of double pivot. So I've put Fred and Pogba. I explained this in the sort of Wolves prediction video, in that I do think this is the best pair that we have at the moment. I think Pogba, when he's on form, needs to play in that double pivot. I think he's the best at sort of passing range and being able to dictate a game from back there. Whereas Fred is probably, whilst not fantastic, is the best complement we have to Pogba. So that's my rationale behind picking Fred. Now obviously I'd love to see Donny van der Beek get a game in there at some point, but whilst Pogba's playing this well, it's not going to happen. So I think Fred is the most mobile midfielder that we've got. He covers the most ground, he makes a lot of tackles. And that's going to sort of complement Pogba, who's, in the nicest possible way, a slightly more static player, but someone who can dictate a game and someone that we need in our team, ultimately. So here comes the three behind the one. So basically you've got Ronaldo, the new signing on the left. Now, some people might have said put him up front and then put Sancho on the left and Greenwood on the right. Now, I can see that, but I don't see any reason to displace Greenwood at the moment. I do think Ronaldo has to play in this game, don't get me wrong, but there's no reason to displace Greenwood because him playing up front, that's his best position. I don't see any reason why we need to change that. Obviously, you've then got Sancho on the right. I am confused by the Sancho signing now. Now that we've signed Ronaldo, I'm confused as to why we've signed both of them. Because we have loads of players that played across these two positions. Obviously, we've sold Daniel James, but you've still got Anthony Martial and Rashford, who can both play both up front and on the left wing, and Rashford can actually play on the right as well. So I'm quite confused about Sancho, because we've signed him for 73 million. So it's one of those ones that even if he's off form, you're still going to feel obligated to play him, but we've got loads of players that could also do well in those positions. So I'm quite confused by that. Bruno pretty much at the moment picks himself. Again, if he goes off form, I'd like to see Donny van der Beek maybe get a go in the number 10 role. But at the moment, Bruno is the man, and he is our talisman at the moment. Now that we've got Ronaldo, that may now not be the case anymore. So it'll be interesting to see how that develops, because I do think, Ronaldo does tend to sort of demand that he's the one that everyone plays around, and that's kind of the impact he's had on all the teams that he's been to. And I think we should stick with Greenwood up front, as I've said before. I mean, some people might say that because of Ronaldo's sort of lack of work rate, particularly in sort of the last 2 to 3 years, some people are going to say that Cavani is the better fit if you're going to play Ronaldo, and that might be correct. But I don't think there's any reason to shaft Greenwood just yet. This is one of my biggest fears about the Ronaldo signing. As I said in my video, I talked about my thoughts on the Ronaldo signing, and I sort of explained that whilst there's a lot of positives, the negatives could be that it potentially shafts Greenwood, Rashford and Martial, right? And I think if we end up saying, oh, well, we have to play Cavani because he gets through the work rate of two players, just because Ronaldo's playing, then that essentially is shafting. That is shafting Greenwood here, because Greenwood has been excellent in the sort of opening 3 games. Well, in the 2 games that he's played up front, he's been excellent, and he was inexplicably played on the right. And I'm kind of afraid that that's going to happen in this game. I just really hope it doesn't, because I think you need to keep him in his sort of preferred and his best position. He is a natural striker, so we should be playing him there, and we should be giving him a run there until he, like I say, goes off the boil, and then you bring someone else in. That's what competition for places is about. But whilst he's scoring and he's sharp, we shouldn't be replacing him. So he should start until he goes off form. Now, thank you for listening, guys. As always, please leave a comment in the comment section of the video as to if you've got any sort of different opinions, or if you agree with me, disagree with me, whatever. Don't really mind. Like I say, please like the video. If you're new, please subscribe. I am close to 1,000 subscribers, so I'm really pushing for that at the moment. So if you guys could help me out in that way, it would be much appreciated. Thank you very much for listening, and I'll see you on the next one.